We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support and test key resistance levels. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy at 12:10 p.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see it popping up there within the screen, our SPY bot presented an opportunity to the upside as well later in the afternoon, sending a bull indicator at 1:45 p.m. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, having an explosive move to the upside, retesting key resistance levels. And in today's video, we're going to break down what's going on within the charts with the 42 vision indicators, the bull and bear indicators, and inflow versus outflow. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular and beyond expectations, and if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot at 8:15 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. Here we are at the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing the staircase effect from yesterday to today and doing a full transition from white with red borders to bright green bars multiple times in today's volatility. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, under a bull indicator in the second half of the day at the 474 level, after getting a bear indicator in the middle of the day and quickly canceling out in the volatility going into the second half. Now, here we are with it actually going back up and retesting key resistance levels, and you could see how it actually slowed down there once it broke through 475 and it got itself up to the 476 area, specifically 476.50, how it's fighting here in the after hours, and things have slowed down, and a full transition from the dip area to multiple rip areas has happened here on the 30-minute chart. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could see here in the bigger picture, same thing, right? Full transition from the dip area to the rip area. Bull indicator popped up in the pre-market at 472.60, not that far off of it. It found support today at 472.50, brought itself back up, and here it is slowing down near the 476.50 area and hitting highs up here of 477 definitely something to not ignore. And I'm going to be watching going into tomorrow. Could this bull indicator continue to hold true, as well as the one on the 30-minute rolling over and continuing a possible staircase effect to the upside going into tomorrow's trading day and the rest of today's after hours. Now, if we go ahead and zoom in and look at this from the 15-minute, within the volatility, we could see here how a bull indicator popped up in the second half of the day at the 473.52 area, canceling out that bear indicator from the 474 area and continuing with strength here into the after hours. Now, in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch and what's going on with the inflow versus outflow, which I'm going to pull up in just a moment. But as we see here on the 15-minute, on the 30-minute, and the 1 hour, they all have bull indicators, and I'm going to be watching if they can continue to hold into tomorrow's trading day. Here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, with the inflow versus outflows fighting to stay above throughout most of the day, but the outflows continue to reappear, and when it dominated the most was when it rejected up here at 475, the resistance we were watching from yesterday to today. Definitely an area to not ignore. And then the support was 473.50. You could see how it was used in the first half. Inflows tried coming back up, but when these outflows crossed and they hit lows here of negative 1.64, it broke through it and it went all the way down to the 472.50 area, found support there, and as inflows come back up, it broke through those resistance levels all the way up to the 475 area, and the next resistance was 477, and there it is, breaking up towards it and rejecting and slowing down up here at the 476.50 area, a key level to not ignore. That was resistance back on Tuesday, and here it is retesting again these levels, right? And outflows have slightly began here on the 15-minute chart within the volatility, and we could see it here. And if it continues to pull down towards the midpoint, I'll be watching that very closely going into tomorrow. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the 30-minute, we could see those inflows. They stayed above, and that's why the chart didn't completely collapse. It found support at that 472.50 area. Inflow started to pull up again and reflecting that strength into the charts, breaking through the key resistance levels. Now, inflows hit highs up here of 3.51 so far, and I would not ignore that they're flat, and I'll be watching if they can continue to stay above and green. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could see the same thing, right? Outflows try to pop up in the middle of the day on that pullback, but inflows stayed above the midpoint and switched from red to green, pulling upwards and continuing this sharp move to the upside, hitting highs up here so far of 3.24. Now, based off the history of the chart, it has room to go higher up towards even up here of 5.8 and the 5.05 area, right? Based off the history of the chart, one of the most recent highest levels that we've seen in the last several weeks when the full move from 466 to 474 happened. Now, not guaranteed to make the same exact move, but definitely something to not ignore. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys, and the first support level is 475. If that gets broken through and the weakness starts to reflect into these charts, I'll be watching if these outflows begin heading towards the midpoint. I'll be watching if the 15-minute continues as well, as it started to become red. And if 475 gets broken through and these outflows start to cross the midpoint as well, the next support is 473.50 and that tight range to 472.50. And if both of those get broken through, the next support I'll be watching is the 470 area. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to continue to push up higher, stay above the midpoint on the 15-minute as well, pushing up higher the 1 hour and continuing this staircase effect here. And the first resistance is the 477 area in this tight spot here. Then above that comes the recent highs up here of 478.50, and then I'll be watching the 480 area. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them. I'm going to be watching them very closely going into tomorrow. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.